We are just fully anti-intellectual anything anymore.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely
being an intellectual.
Nuts.
Get out of here.
No, that's not what we want.
That's not what we want. We don't need that. We don't need smart people.
Right. No. What have they ever done for us?
Yeah.
Don't answer that question. We'll be here all night.
You know who else has done what for us?
Who's that?
Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to Pixel. My name is Kevin. With me as always is Phil. On today's show, episode 2 of Resident Evil Nemesis. Book 5 in the series. Book 3 of the games.
Yes.
Game 3 of the books.
Yes.
I guess. Yes. Yes.
Kind of a little of column A and a little column B based on what we're seeing so far.
Yeah.
It's a little of both.
And we haven't even gotten around to, there is a Resident Evil 0 book that is it next or what?
It's the last one, I think.
It's the last one. And that circles back around to before, obviously, hence the 0.
Exactly. So the whole novel series is just a snake eating its own tail. So
it is an Ouroboros,
yes,
which is that symbol of a snake eating its own tail, and Ouroboros is also the name of the virus in Resident Evil 5. Bam,
boom, fucking swish,
pulled it all together.
Oh wow.
Man.
God, we are fucking geniuses. This is it's a good show. It's a good show.
It's a good show.
Yeah.
I can't help but sound like Richard Lewis when I
It's a good show. Good show.
All right.
Rest in
Richard
peace.
Lewis.
My God, that man. It's a good show.
Oh, God. But yeah, so if you want to know what we were talking about before the podcast, there's a way you can do that. You can go on patreon.com/pixelatpod. We got 3 tiers. I shuffled the tiers around a little bit. Actually, the names are the same. The dollar amounts are the same. You just get more for your buck. If you just do $1 gets you the early access ad-free episode, $5 gets you the bonus episode, and $10 gets your name shouted out in the beginning of the episode. So to that end, I want to thank Jesus Loves You, Kyle Seaman, Ruthless Mutter, Middle of Things, Sigma South, Beaks, Dammit, Thick, and Friendly Friend. Thank you so much for being a friend.
Yes.
Patreon.com/pixelatpod. Do it today.
Do it today.
Do it today. Yeah, so that's the intro of the show.
Yeah. It's a pretty good intro.
It's a pretty good intro. I'm really proud of my question, my lead-in question. I don't even know how did I phrase that? That was it was a hell of a jumbling of let's say an English professor would have popped their monocle in their orbital socket. Oh, good Lord.
Would they heard that?
An English professor.
An English professor. That would be the worst part. Those are the people. I feel so bad for them if they're listening. Not because you've done anything wrong, but because you have dedicated your life to the English language, and here you are.
Yeah. It's the only. I guess the only person we have that's like an equivalent is Josh. He's a professor of some sort of writing, and
is he? Oh,
yeah. Josh with parentheses is yeah.
Oh.
So body in the marsh time?
Marsh time.
All
yeah,
right,
let's marsh it out.
When I tell you to dump a body in the marsh, you dump them in the marsh.
All right. So chapter 10, Jill and Carlos are trying to get away from Nemesis. Jill's like, hey, here's an oil lamp. She throws it at him.
There's good news.
Yeah. It lights everything on fire, blasts the kitchen, knocks Nemesis down, and Carlos saves Jill from the explosion. The explosion leaves the kitchen in ruins, and Nemesis he's down. And if you would take the opportunity now that he's on his knee, you can go pick up like I think you can go pick up a briefcase with a gun part. Is that?
Oh, I think you're right. Yeah,
I think in both Resident Evil 2 and 3, like if you did that to Mr. X and Nemesis, there was like to build the Magnum or something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. Oh, good old Magnum. Hell yeah. So she doesn't take that opportunity though.
No one takes that opportunity. Nemesis is not very dead though, and Jill's like, "Yeah, we got to go." They run through the city. They get to a warehouse, and Carlos is like, "Hey, you're kind of hot." Jill is.
We get right back into Miss Perry's horny on main shit.
Shit.
If any of you forgot, that's what this series is. It is horny on main, and here we go.
Really, probably Capcom is the only thing stopping her from writing that they banged right there.
Exactly. That's and I can't believe that hasn't happened more frequently in the Resident Evil series. Has there ever been a fucking scene?
I don't believe there has been a fucking.
I'm genuinely surprised by that.
Just like the yearning.
Yeah.
A lot of yearning.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of Ada. There's a lot of that. A lot of Ada.
Leon.
Ada. Oh. That's what the whole porno would just be grunts of oh.
Well, you know what? It's Leon wanting Ada. And Ada being like, "Oh, you bad boy," and then being like, "Fuck off."
Yeah. It's Leon yearning and Ada saying, "I think it's cute when you bleed." That's what we've got going on for them both there.
And really, Jill only had Carlos, and Carlos has not made a reappearance in the series.
No.
Much to my chagrin. I mean,
I like Carlos. Yeah,
I think everybody likes Carlos.
Yeah. He beats the shit out of your partner in Resident Evil 5, who just walks in front of my gun every opportunity she gets.
Oh, Shiva. Yeah,
Shiva.
Shiva Alamar. Yeah, she does not have good spatial awareness.
No, which is kind of important when you're, killing zombies in 360 degrees.
Yeah. So Jill is like, "Hey, are you the dude? Like, were you the guy that sent out the distress call?" He says yes, and they get into the whole umbrella of it. And then he's like, he turns the questions back on Jill, and he's like, why are you here, and what's that monster?" Jill breaks it down and is like, "It's a tyrant. It's trying to kill me. That's pretty much all you got to know. It's the umbrella made it." And she is looking for a key to unlock the city hall gate, which leads to a cable car, which could take them out of the city. Carlos is like, "Okay, yeah, that's good. I thought I saw a green gem in the restaurant's basement." And she suggests they go back for it. Carlos, even though Jill is like kind of aggressive, Carlos is into it.
Oh yeah. He's fine with it. There is a very quickly established mutual bing 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 going on there. And that's a medical term.
So Carlos,
technical on you.
They decide to split up though. Carlos is gonna look for more survivors. Jill is gonna go look for the gem, and they're gonna meet at the cable car. Meanwhile, Nikolai is tracking Mikhail, who he shot earlier, and is bleeding a lot. And then he finds him. Yeah. And Mikhail's like, "You found me, Nikolai. Thank you. Can you help me?" And Nikolai's like, "Fuck it." And it's just like plays along as the not the bad guy, but the decent. Or not the good guy, but I'll just play along for now.
Nikolai is slow burning the shit out of his plan here, by the way. He is not on anyone's schedule but his own.
Not on anybody's schedule but his own. Nikolai time now. Nikolai is on Nikolai's time.
He's Nikolai time now.
And then Carlos arrives. Carlos starts looking at Mikhail's wound. And they're like, "All right, well, fuck it. we'll see what we can do here. Chapter 11, Jill puts the gems into the City Hall gate. She continues through the park area. She hears stars off in the distance, and she's like, "All right, well, I gotta keep moving." Meanwhile, in the office, Carlos is like, "Well, it's a bad wound, but it's not fatal. It's like a gut shot or something like that, right?"
Yeah, like which is, yes, not necessarily fatal, but insanely painful.
It's fatal in like it's slow.
Right.
Yeah.
You go septic pretty fast, I would imagine.
Yeah. So the Mikhail Nikolai has grabbed a laptop looking for information. Mikhail is like, "Hey, what's with that laptop?" And Mikhail and Nikolai's like, "Oh, it's just like I'm looking up blockade information and whatever. It's got nothing nothing on
fine.
it.
It's porn.
It's fine.
Porn.
Just ignore it. It's porn." And
porn.
I'm just looking at porn.
Might be our last moment alive. I'm watching some porn.
Yeah. So Carlos is then like, "Hey, how about we take the cable car?" Nikolai is like, "Yeah, sure. Okay, why not?" He's like, "I heard about it from a cop." And then Nikolai is like, "All right, well, let's go get it. You two go to the cable car without me. I'm going to go gather up some construction sites." And be like, No. Don't wait for me. You two go.
No.
No.
You're so sweet. You're so kind.
You're so sweet. So
Please.
Carlos takes Mikhail, the wounded Mikhail, with him, while Nikolai is like, idiots,
fucking morons.
And he's looking for to meet with a guy named Davis Chan, who is one of the other watchdogs. And then he is ambushed by a couple of fast, multi-legged creatures, and he kills them, and then continues on his journey. And he's like, "You know what? Yeah, I think I can do this. I think I'm good at what I do."
Yeah, damn good.
Damn good.
Wolverine up in this bitch. Chapter
12. Jill is in a machine shop that she runs into while Nemesis was tracking her. She's like debating and like, how does Nemesis actually track me? She asked that question out loud. It's like, is it scent, or can I like wash off, or is it like what's going on here?
Yeah.
She's thinking about that while the door starts being banged on, and she's like, well, if it was Nemesis, it probably would have just kicked the door in, and she figures it out. It's just like it's a bunch of zombies. It's just a bunch of zombies at the door.
Just because it's not Nemesis doesn't mean it isn't something bad.
Doesn't mean that it isn't something
important
bad.
to remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. Carlos and Mikhail reach the trolley station. It's clear of zombies, and he sees that the city hall gate is open, meaning Jill, the master of unlocking, has already unlocked it. He helps Mikhail inside and finds that Jill is not here, and also a Resident Evil puzzle is waiting for him in the control panel of the trolley.
I
missing.
Love Resident Evil puzzles.
I love a good Resident Evil puzzle. It's missing a fuse, which is
sure. Yeah.
The ever-present fuse.
It's probably sitting on top of like a gasoline or an oil drum or something somewhere behind a bunch of zombies.
You have to run back about 5 screens to get it.
Exactly. Yeah. And just avoid some dogs. And there it is. And you grab it and keep going.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of dogs, let me lap right now.
Speak of the dog. Puppy.
Ugh. All right. Ooh, yeah. So Resident Evil puzzle, I feel like Resident Evil really ups the amount of like, I thought fuses would be a bigger deal in my life. As a kid.
You say that they're like the quicksand of.
It's like the old quicksand joke. I thought quicksand would be a bigger deal.
Yeah.
But I'd say Resident Evil's fuses are the thing that
fuses and oddly shaped keys.
Fuses and oddly shaped keys, gears.
Gears, yep.
For clocks specifically.
Clockwork, a lot of things like toys, doors, actual clocks, etc. These things really only rarely come into our field of view.
Yeah. So he's like, all right, well, I got to go find this stuff. And he leaves Mikhail there because Mikhail has a gun, and he should be fine.
Sure.
Should be fine.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Nikolai he misses Captain Davis or Davis Chan by mere minutes while he's at the medical sales office, which, that was his whole thing, was finding this guy.
Yeah.
And then he's like, all right, well, I'm going to go find Carlos and Mikhail. And all the while, he's just monologuing in his head, like, I am evil.
That's what S.D. Perry does that a lot with her villains. They do straight up James Bond style monologuing to themselves.
Not to anyone else. They just think it to themselves about how smart. Yeah.
How smart / evil they are.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hilarious.
He's like, maybe I can manipulate Carlos into fighting a hunter, because I need some data on how hunters fight in like whatever.
I'm on the clock.
I'm on the clock. I need to sell some data. So chapter 13, Jill is still in the machine shop. Carlos shows up and helps her escape out of the garage, which accidentally gets it. The two times that they've met up, they accidentally blew up the thing that they were in. Did you notice that?
They are a mess. They're a goddamn mess.
But Sparks.
Big time Sparks. And one could argue, if I were writing fan fiction, I would probably use that as the reason this keeps happening, because they're just like, oh, she's so cute, and I dropped the match into the puddle of gasoline.
The puddle of gasoline that went, and the reason the whole thing blows up is because the fire gets into the underground gasoline tanks underneath the gas station.
Right.
Yeah.
But in the process, it blows everything up except for a single fuse that's just in the middle of the rubble.
There's a fuse here. Take it.
Take it. Boop. Yeah. And a green herb for some reason.
And a green herb sticking out of the rubble.
The only things that survived.
The only things that survived. This green herb in a pot. It's a potted green herb. It's not an herb lying on its own.
No.
So yeah, they escaped the blast, but Carlos in the meantime had gotten to retrieve a power cable. They didn't find the fuse yet. They got a power cable though, which is one of the items that they needed. You
find a power cable in this game, and that you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna need this later. This is important.
Nikolai, who is hanging out with Mikhail, is like, Carlos probably died in that fire. I'm going to go find a power cable. Jill and Carlos eventually get to the trolley yard and meet Nikolai. Jill does not like Nikolai. They're immediate tension because she's like, all right, well, Carlos is hot. And so that's why I can get over his umbrella affiliation.
Right.
But
exactly.
You are just a meanie.
Not just a mean guy, and you know what? If I'm being honest, not my taste. Just not my taste.
Not my taste. Mm-mm. I want the tan Hispanic man,
right?
Who is cut like a Greek god.
Yeah, of course.
Young, dumb, ready to come.
At all times.
At all times.
He's at that age. You know what I mean?
He's at that age. You know what I mean?
Boy, howdy.
Versus the spooky Russian guy.
Yeah. who's at the age where all he can think about is homicide.
All he thinks of, he's at that age that every man reaches.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You can only think about one thing.
You can only think about one thing: the Roman Empire. So yeah, he's Nikolai is like, how can I manipulate Jill now? It's just assumed that that's his character motivation.
Yeah, well, he's a can-do villain. Like, he's not
real can-do.
You would think that, like, oh great, another wrench into my plans. He's like, oh no, fuck yeah, let's make it complex, baby. Let's get in there and really do some masterminding. I have not even begun to manipulate.
Yeah. So they end up splitting up again. They arrive at a garage, and Carlos discovers the body of a dead UBCS agent that he recognized named Hennings. And here we find a journal, which, if this was the actual game, this would have been the 15th journal that we found. But it's the first that second document that we find in the game. The first one, I think, was Marvin Brannaw's document about the police arrest records in an earlier chapter. But anyway, yeah, he finds the journal, and Jill is like, you should read it. And Carlos is like, why would I read that? Like, and she's like, well, maybe there's information about shit going down. And Carlos is like, fine, I'll read it.
Ugh.
So he reads the journal, and he finds that Hennings is all worked up about something called Operation Watchdog. And he's seen a lot of horrors, and he doesn't want to. He's very sad about his part in all this. He had killed himself. He's like, when I finish writing this, I'm killing myself. And he mentions other watchdogs, including the quote unquote spooky Russian,
spooky
which
Russian.
Immediately makes Carlos suspect Nikolai.
Yeah, I only know one spooky Russian.
Yeah, yeah.
Could this be the same spooky Russian?
Could this be the same spooky Russian? There's Mikhail, who is the gregarious Russian guy,
right?
Who's like, you want to get a drink with him, and then Nikolai, who's just standing in the corner staring at you.
Yeah, Mikhail's the kind of guy who, like, you avoid simply because every time you hang out, he gets you so drunk you can't function for 3 days, and for some reason
you don't remember what happened that night.
Right, and he heads into work early the next. Like, he's fine.
He's fine the next day,
but is otherwise a really charming, cool dude. And then,
meanwhile, you wake up Russian. in a Russian bath, just with a towel wrapped around you, in the middle of a schwitz. You know?
Yeah. And thank God, by the way, you are dehydrated and close to death, but you've sweated out a lot of chemicals.
You've sweated out a lot of the illicit material from the night before.
That's what you need.
That's what you need. I should head to the sauna soon.
Bonus episode. Boom.
Bonus episode. Just recording myself in the sauna. I'm like, I'm in the sauna.
Still here.
God. So they head back to the trolley. Jill and Carlos head back to the trolley, and they're like, they're talking about like what they found out within earshot of Nikolai, who is just like hiding somewhere. It seems he's just like around the corner,
and so shocked by how they've seen through his ruse. He is
figured
offended.
Me out.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm so disappointed with myself. This
is not good work. I could do better than this. This is frustrating. Okay.
They fix the trolley, and then they just take off without him. And he's like, all right, well, I guess he's going to walk to the hospital. That's where he needs to go next. Because he needs to get rid of the hunters that are in the hospital. That's like one of the bonus objectives for the watchdogs. They found that if the Umbrella has figured out that the hunters are not cost effective, they need to be disposed of before they get out.
Yeah.
So,
side quest.
And as we all know at this point, the U.S. government has not decided to just nuke Raccoon City from orbit.
Right.
That's actually something I'm really excited about for the next Resident Evil game. Is that it's
back in Raccoon City.
It's back in Raccoon City in the bombed out ruins of Raccoon City. I was like, that's a cool idea.
That's going to be fucking insane. Like if they can keep up the level of tension and like atmosphere that they have for the past 2 Resident Evils, because they really are doing them in trilogies, and this is theoretically the end of the current trilogy, and it's my favorite incarnation of it. And if they can keep up that same level for this one too, oh my god, I will wet my pants. I'll be so excited. That'll be super great.
He will wet his pants,
and not with pee.
Not with pee.
Not with pee. It's blood.
Hey, Phil may not be young or dumb, but he is the third thing.
Full of liquid ivory soap. That's
liquid
what it is.
Ivory soap. When Phil does it, it's called Irish Spring.
I don't know why that grossed me out as much as it did. I've said so much worse in my life on this show in front of people, and for some reason
usually in front of Jesse.
Yeah, probably. and this is the one. This is just
I just think of the Irish Spring commercial where the guy would be like, he would cut into the bar of soap.
Yeah, like with a knife. He's like, with a knife. Like, which was really effective because I totally knew. I totally remember that. I think most people who saw the commercial do. But if that happened in real life, that would be very threatening. It's like, come here and take a look at this bar of soap. It's a real good. Come closer. Let me show you just how smooth it is. Look at that. Look at that. And please, I'll buy the soap.
I'll buy the soap. Irish man, please step away.
We are in Cincinnati. What is happening?
What is happening?
Where did that waterfall come from?
Irish man, just one of the lesser known Mega Man villains.
You got power. Catholic guilt. You throw crosses that make people feel bad about themselves. When you throw them at a boss robot, it causes him to molest his underlings. It's a really unfortunate.
Oh god.
It's almost like Jesse's on the show.
It's almost like Jesse's here in spirit,
He must be. Yeah.
Go check out the channel No Clip Crew (parentheses for now) for more Jesse.
Oh, that's great. Love you, Jess.
Chapter 15. Jill and Carlos are navigating the trolley through the dark, ruined streets of Raccoon City. They're going slow, just to make sure that there's any potential track blockages. They don't just ram right into them. They avoid discussing Nikolai. They don't want to talk about it right now. But then suddenly there's a loud crash in the second car, and Jill runs back there to find Nemesis. He's back, baby. Jill fires at him, doesn't do anything. Mikhail is like, all right, well, I'm dying, so get out of here. And he pulls a grenade and blows himself up to basically drop Nemesis back to his knees. Jill gets back is thrown back into the first car. The trolley out of control, bouncing through the city, crashing into stuff. Carlos is trying to stop it. Jill activates the emergency brake. Trolley crashes, and now they are in front of the clock tower, which is where they wanted to go anyway.
Yeah,
so
that worked out nicely.
Meanwhile, Nikolai is walking along the tracks, singing "Stand By Me" to himself, and
yes, correct.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, he's
Boom.
doing both. He does the bass and then hops into the high tenor and back again. Like,
Yeah.
I love it.
Nikolai he's in a bad mood because he always is. He hears the trolley crash. He's like, yes, they died. Clearly. And he's like has this weird thing to be like, well, they're just lucky. They're just lucky they got this far. I'm actually the skilled one, the very skilled one here. And I don't have to rely on luck. I have skill.
He gets very Elon Musk in that moment, doesn't he?
This is very much an Elon Musk character.
Very much, yeah.
He's like, all right. He looks at his kill list of people that he's got to kill and get their data. And he's like, yes, I'm going to do things. All right. He talks. He gives himself a pep talk.
Yeah. Yes. More internal monologuing.
More internal monologue. Chapter 16. Jill and Carlos get out of the trolley, find themselves at the clock tower. And Jill's like, yeah, that Mikhail, good dude. He was a good dude. They are getting into the clock tower, are immediately attacked by mutant crows. Jill has a flashback to Resident Evil 1 when she was in that hallway with the crows and the paintings and all that stuff. When they get inside, they find a bunch of UBCS soldiers and a zombie, all dead. And Carlos finds a duffel bag with a bunch of weapons, which makes him think back to Trent being like, hey, if you go to the clock tower, there's going to be a bunch of weapons. And Carlos is like, how did he know?
That's weird. Let's wonder if he had something to do with this.
Carlos is like, nah, there's got to be a second cache of weapons somewhere. They're like, this is just coincidence, right?
Yeah, of
like,
course.
How did he know that was going to play out like this? So they go up to the second floor and they're attacked by a giant spider. Jill kills it, and Carlos is like, "Damn that Jill."
Damn girl.
They're outside on a ledge until Jill, using her Master of Unlocking skills, finds a hidden ladder. They go up the ladder. They find the bell mechanism. But womp, a crucial gear is missing. I don't think I said it, but earlier Carlos had mentioned, Jill, that the bell is the signal to the helicopters that the copters to come and pick them up. So Jill there's a postcard with an image of 3 clock paintings and a verse. Give your soul to the goddess. Put your hands together to pray before her. And that she's like, this is like one of those puzzles that I had to solve in the Spencer Mansion. So yeah, they have to figure that shit out now. But yeah, that's where we're stopping.
That's where we're at. Yeah,
that's where we're at. Phil, what do you think so far?
I like it. These are always, reliable, chug along kind of action novels, that sort of thing. I think the most interesting thing for me is that I didn't play Resident Evil 3 until the remaster came out a little while back, and I really enjoyed it. It wasn't part of my childhood the way that Resident Evil 2 was, but still really enjoyed it. And I will say that for the liberties that are taken, of which there are less than I expected, fewer than I expected in this, I would say it still makes me kind of want to load up Resident Evil 3 Remaster and play it again.
Yeah.
It reminds me a lot of the good parts of that game, the stuff that I really enjoyed. Which honestly, that's why they make half of these novels anyways, to make you think of the game, go buy the game, play the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm enjoying it. Still pretty solid, and honestly, a decent enough adaptation directly of a game. It's changed, which she always does a good job of that. It's changed just enough.
It's changed just enough. There's the tweaks and all that stuff, but it's
without letting it get tedious.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, I agree. I think it's got more it's got a bunch of action set pieces and all that fun stuff, and it's an enjoyable read. I'll put it there. It's enjoyable. It's fun. Resident Evil 3. I really love the original game. The remake I like, but am disappointed by, because it actually, there's like some stuff cut from the original game in the remake. Like this clock tower stuff is not even in the remake. I don't even think I'm not even sure I'm not sure they even do these puzzles. I feel like Jill just gets hit by like Nemesis tentacle or something like that and infected.
I think there was. I think it was in there. It might not have been as thoroughly. Done
it might have been shorter or something like that. I'd have to replay it. Maybe I will.
There you go. There you go. That's how they get you. That's how they get you.
Do you ever? You've seen the video, the Wii Shop music video by what's the name of the band? Nirvana, the band.
No.
Where they're making up lyrics to the Wii Shop music.
No.
Oh my God!
I gotta look that up.
You gotta look that up because the at the end that's from that video.
That's funny.
And it's always in my head. Anyway, yeah, go look that up. But before you do that, Phil.
Yeah, what's up?
Before you do that, I have a question for you.
Oh, good. I love when you have questions for me.
What are you playing?
Well, first and foremost, I finished Clair Obscur. I'm not even going to get into it because there is literally nothing I can say about that game that has not been, talked about and recycled and rehashed 100,000 times with good reason. I will say, This isn't me criticizing. It's a great game. I laughed, I cried, had a lot of fun. Great game. If for some reason you still haven't played it, you really should. It's just a lovely, lovely game. So I finished that. From there, I started playing Blueprints, and I enjoyed it. I really did. I told you this before because it cracks me up, but I was really enjoying Blueprints. It's an interesting game. It wasn't like, it didn't snag me on a level that I expected it to, but what a creative and unique game. Very, very different, and I really like that. I love the style of it. I like the atmosphere. I like what they've done. What a very cool, interesting game. I got a few hours into it, and I am not sure I'm ever going to come back to it ever again because I started playing Promise Mascot Agency.
Yes.
Which is amazing. I'm almost done with it. I fucking love it. I love how unhinged the world is. For those of you who missed when Kevin played Promise Mascot Agency, or just don't know what the hell I'm talking about, Promise Mascot Agency is a game where you play a disgraced Yakuza enforcer who is forced to go to this island that is haunted, ? And it's and in this world, mascots, like, you'd see at a baseball game or something like that, dressed up in a weird outfit to sell something. Mascots are real people. It's like Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? It's Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It's also like Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. But it's and so it's unhinged, and your best friend / sidekick is a mascot named Pinky, who is a severed, they say, I assume Pinky, but that's a thumb, right? Like, she looks like a thumb. But yeah. It's a reference to the Yakuza when they fail and chopping off.
Yeah, and also she's a thumb because her dad is also a finger, I believe.
Okay. He's definitely he's another one of them. Yeah, and with a great
Don
wicked
Key.
fucking with a wicked fucking pompadour.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's so funny. you basically, what you do is there is a mascot agency, and you drive all over this little island in your, like, the only thing I can think to call it is like a communist pickup truck, like going all over this island, trying to recruit new mascots, trying to upgrade the city.
Did you call it a communist pickup truck?
Yeah, it makes me think of like an Eastern Bloc like work truck.
I got
you know what
yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
It's great. I love it. It is honestly, it's like a psychotic low grade Grand Theft Auto. Where you can't leave your car.
Right.
It's because it's a big open world. There are 1.5 billion things to do. There is like a constant collectathon aspect to it. And the moment you think that you have made some progress on some of your collectathons, suddenly another one comes in, and it sounds annoying, and it's not. It's super fun.
It's satisfying. Yeah.
It's so satisfying because
Isn't the pickup truck a Hilux? A Toyota Hilux? Like, look up 1990 Toyota Hilux, which is a car that Robert Evans has referenced as a truck used a lot in like insurgent.
No. I mean, yes, I know exactly. That is absolutely what Robert Evans talked about. But no, this is not one of those. Although maybe this is what I want. Maybe I want a Hilux.
They last made in 1996
for homesteading. That's
for homesteading.
Yeah. And it's just unlike games like Grand Theft Auto that have 1.5 billion things going on. You actually feel like you can accomplish a lot of them. They ease up on you and actually let you win. It is not a game that's meant to be played for 500 hours. You can, right? I'm just over like 22 hours, I want to say, and I'm about wrapped up with it. And I have been accomplishing as much of it as I think it would take 40 hours to like get everything done.
Sure.
Maybe not even that much. But it gives you the fucking beautiful, brain chemicals. It lets you succeed. And while you're doing it, you're making money and sending money back home to your Yakuza boss who is under a lot of strain, and you're helping Pinky become mayor of the town and listen,
debating the current mayor. You have to show up to debates, but the only way to win the debates is if you have gone around the area and learned as much as so you'll be driving around a specific area and Pinky will like stop you to talk about like the history of the area. Yeah. And so you need that to have happened in order to win the debates. It's amazing.
It's my impression, my mental image of when I think of this game. I think of, all right, I'm going to set the scene for you. It's a Japanese shrine at night, surrounded by bamboo. You can hear the crickets chirping. There's a lovely, I don't know what they call those, but that lovely like arch that you see.
A torii.
A torii, thank you. There, everything is still and a little disheveled. And ever so slowly, you start to hear in the distance two very distinct voices arguing amongst themselves and the overworked engine of some kind of mini truck. Suddenly, before you know it, this truck has come crashing into a destructible torii, smashing into it, a severed thumb, and a Japanese man with a dust sweeper, like, crashes out of it, arguing about which is port and which is starboard, and finally dust themselves off and begrudgingly, half-heartedly clean up the shrine, make thanks to the ancestors, get back in the truck, and move on. That's the game. That's the game in a nutshell. And I love it so fucking much.
I feel like if you were given the opportunity to write the novelization for Promise Mascot Agency, you would, that would be.
Do you know what the main problem, and it's a pretty big hurdle, is to write this properly. And I would love to get the opportunity, but to do this properly, you need to. This is the most Japanese game I have ever played. It is, and that is saying something. This is the most Japanese, like everything is some kind of reference to the food, the religion, the superstitions, the TV. It's all so
the politics of the time. Yeah,
absolutely. It's so. It's basically because Clair Obscur is actually the most French game I've ever played in my entire fucking life. It's all ennui and goddamn baguettes. I actually never saw a baguette, but there are mimes.
You never got the baguette costume?
There you go. See, that's what I'm saying. No, I didn't.
I'm not even joking. There's a costume where they replace their weapons with baguettes.
See, I know. I believe you because it's the Frenchest game I've ever played, and this is the Japanese form of that, and that's the problem. To get it right, I would have to steep myself in Japanese culture for like 3 or 4 years minimum. It's super fun. It's completely unhinged.
Who is your favorite mascot? I mean, aside from Pinky, but like...
No. Tofu.
Mascots that you send out. Tofu? Okay.
Tofu. I have grown to... I've gotten all of them. Well, all but one. I'm still waiting to get one more.
Okay.
And I've loved most of them. Most of them have something I really... Like the really spooky one that has the horrible human face on like... Oh, God. God, that's weird. And then there's I think it's Business Diane, the businessman cat.
The businessman cat.
I love him, but I think my favorite, I'm going with the one that I brought to the dance first, Tofu, who is a walking, talking, ever crying piece of tofu. No matter what, if he's happy, if he's sad, if he's in a bad mood, he's constantly got tears pouring down his face.
He literally cannot stop crying.
I think so. Yeah. What about you? Which one was your favorite?
Oh God. I think Tofu was up there. I would have to probably Tofu as well.
Mm-hmm. I also like the overly sexualized building blocks, whatever they are.
Oh, the overly sexualized like Tetris block people were like, I was like, this is weird, but I'm here for it. I'm here for literally all of the weirdness.
All of it. Oh, and there's the, I just got him. There is the piece of the fish who has been opened up.
Yes, he's the eel who has...
Yes, eel, yes.
Who has been sliced open and his ribs are exposed. Oh,
and his heart is popped out.
For cuteness, the Neko roll.
The Neko roll's very cute.
Who's like the cute? I think Kofun who is like the green, just like the green.
Yeah,
girl.
the two. Yeah.
She's one of the first ones that you get.
Yes, she's kind of goth.
And Trororo.
Trororo is. That one's uncomfortable. Trororo is...
Who is the cat that was dripping with something?
With yam.
Yeah.
That's what they say it is.
That's what they say. And he's best used at like adult bookstore openings.
Yes. Yeah, it tastes like, this is just yam. You got a problem with yams? It's like, It is, and it's that kind of game. It's not even double entendre. It's like just a sneeze away from straight up.
It's just like I know writers who use subtext and they're all cowards.
That's what this is. That's exactly what this is. And I love.
But there's still plenty of subtext in the game. Don't get me wrong. It's just with these mascots, it's more on the nose a lot of the time.
There's still plenty of subtext, but not as much as you would have expected, based on the story. But this is absolutely one of the best games I've played all year. So I am absolutely in love with it. What's the name of the group that did this? You played a couple of their games.
Their first game was Paradise Killer.
Paradise Killer. That's it. Yeah. Kaizen Gameworks.
Yeah, Kaizen Gameworks. Explore a cursed Japanese town. Yeah, the only 2 games I believe so far, and it's Paradise Killer.
I thought they made a sequel to Paradise Killer.
No, I don't think so. No.
It's great. Oh, and they do have references to Paradise Killer.
There's plenty of references to Paradise Killer that you can find in the game.
This is a great game. It's like what, $30, if that. It's 25, and currently the summer Steam sale is going on, and it's $20. This is worth $20. This is worth 40. There's not only is it just as unhinged and hilarious as me and Kevin have been saying, it's also like just bang for your buck shit. Yes. There's so much to do. It's super fun. I cannot recommend it enough. So that's me. Kevin, what are you playing?
Oh, okay. So, all right. Trying to think of what I've played since we last spoke, because it's like a couple weeks in between.
It's been a minute. We had a minute.
It's been a little minute. So I played a lot of. I ended up playing a lot of Vampire Survivors while I was on vacation.
Oh, that makes sense.
With my Steam Deck. I'm back on trying to unlock all the achievements, of which there's a lot.
There are a lot.
I have to get through. Every DLC adds more achievements.
They just keep adding them.
But I think I've gotten I have all the Contra characters unlocked now, and most of the Castlevania characters. I need to go back and the Among Us characters I haven't touched yet, really. And all that stuff. But yeah, it's like picking it up again. I was like, oh yeah, this is why this game was one of my games of the year. When it came out, it's just a joy to play, and all the new weapons, and there's literally a Contra. One of the Contra levels is literally like just a side-scrolling, it's like the Battletoads, that level in Battletoads where it's like going really fast. It was, the impossibly hard level. It's like that, but with Contra and not as hard.
No, thank God.
Thank God. So yeah, a lot of Vampire Survivors. I need to get back around to the Darkest Files, which is really cool. I think I told you about the Darkest Files last time.
I played the demo for the Darkest Files.
Yeah,
a little while back. That is a cool fucking game. Yeah.
That is a cool game. I beat the first. There's only 2 cases in the game. I beat the first case. Mm-hmm. So now I didn't beat the first case. I got through the first case, but I got it wrong. I got things wrong in the trial. I thought I knew my shit, and it's
that game. That's the thing. I only played the demo, but I could immediately tell. I was like, oh, this is this. They are not fucking around. This is a tough one.
Yeah. So I need to get back around to Darkest Files. While I was on I picked up a few games for the Steam sale. Noita, and which is a roguelike. And Stone of Madness, which is the Game Kitchen's game that they released this year. Which I could tell. I could tell that they made it because it's a much different game than Blasphemous, right? One or two, and I was like, this is really off the beaten trail for them. And why did they make this game? And then, a few months later, you see the release of the announcement that they're making a new side-scrolling Ninja Gaiden game.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, okay. I think they knew that they had the Ninja Gaiden game in the chamber that they were getting paid to work on. So they're like, we're making this weird stealth Catholic horror game.
More Catholic horror. Also, and Blasphemous, and that probably some of the most Spanish games I've ever played. So
yeah, some of the most Spanish games. Really, it's interesting when a game studio does something that is very unique to their cultural heritage.
Super cool. Yeah,
like Blasphemous is fantastic. I'm looking forward to playing Stone of Madness, because I remember you got pretty far and you did a lot of the demo stuff with it.
It's a lot of fun. It's a very clever puzzle stealth game. I really enjoyed it. I think I'm gonna have to get on that one too, because it was yeah, you're right, it's completely different from Blasphemous in so many ways, but damn, it's a good game. It shows you how flexible this team is,
right,
which is pretty impressive. So yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, I see VZ has the game but hasn't played it yet. So
VZ,
do it. So yeah, that's what I have. I'm just double checking to make sure there's anything. Oh, Lex Imperialis is out for Rogue Trader. So all you Rogue Trader people, go ahead and get
I'm
that.
gonna have to sit down and actually finish this game.
I started a fresh character with
I'm gonna have to do that,
with the Arbiter background, just because.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Why not?
Why not?
You can hold a shotgun, a two-handed shotgun in a single hand as an Arbiter. Nobody else can do that.
Sick. All right, yeah. They introduced the same character to Dark Tide as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's synergy right there.
It's true. I've been playing a shit ton of not playing. I've been painting so much lately. I've been getting back on my bullshit with painting Warhammer stuff, and there's something in me that's itching for this. So I think after I finish Mascot, this might be the next thing.
Yeah, totally. That'll do it for tonight's episode. Thank you so much for listening. Please go to our social media platforms of choice, such as Blue Sky. We got a TikTok. I'll be editing some choice cuts from the episodes to be putting on the TikToks and the Instagrams and the Blue Skis. So go follow us there. Pixel It Pod on all of them.
All of them. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah. So, Phil, I was wondering. Okay, it's a bit of a sensitive question,
sure.
But they always are. I've been hiding a Nemesis in my attic. He's not hunting anybody. But he's just there, and he's got the tentacles, and it's kind of fun.
Sure.
So what would you say? What do you say my next steps should be with this?
All right. First thing you need to do is you need to, in a safe way, approach the Nemesis. Don't put yourself in danger, and you're going to want to ask it if it has a peanut allergy. And after that,